Alright, on the other production system is agriculture. Okay, the agriculture production system. Okay, so the characteristic is that it used the technological implements such as the plough, the fertilizers, irrigation systems, and also the modern machines. Okay, so I hope that you can see the difference between agriculture and also the horticulture. Horticulture just use the simple material, simple device like hoe, right, and also the man skill. But agriculture will use they have the systematic devices, okay, and they use the animals as well. So technological sophistication ensures that agriculturists able to reap more yield and crops than the horticulturists. Okay. However, this high level of productivity requires a major investment in terms of workforce and capital. Okay. So, agriculture brings following changes. The first one, establishment of towns, and then it lead to efficient systems of food productions, and also by now it lead to more role specialization. Okay, so how this agriculture production system lead to establishment of towns? Okay, so usually agriculture requires people to settle in a certain area, okay, for an extended period of time. This leads to the establishment of towns which serves as centers of civilization. Okay, and how it lead to efficient systems of food production is when with the advance of technology, more food can be produced, okay, to sustain an ever-increasing population. Okay, so a large population is the prerequisite, okay, for the establishment of a strong civilization. Okay, and it also will lead to role specialization, whereby the existence of a social class which specializes in producing food frees other people to take on other roles. Okay, so social stratification is one of the characteristics of human civilization. Okay, so the social class that is responsible for producing food for society is called the peasantry. Okay, they constitute the majority in any society and are tied to the state through political, through religious, and also through the economic institutions. So they offer surplus yield and crops to the states. Okay, and while the state provides them with products that they need. Okay, so as we have discussed previously, the Neolithic revolutions has dramatically changed our way of life. Okay, the Industrial Revolution ushered in a new era in the history of food productions. Okay, so now it leads towards the industrialization. Okay, so industrialization is heavily dependent on modern technology. Okay, such as windmills, okay, water wheels, tractors, the chemical fertilizers. Okay, as compared previously, whereby just focus on using human or animal strength. The widespread use of technology, okay, has multiplied yield and crops many times over. Okay, and modern technology in farming now using what is called as GPS. Okay, the global positioning system. Okay, so with this technology, it allows the modern farmer to determine position, time, and also direction accurately in real time. Okay, so this means that he is able to precisely monitor measurement concerning how much water to be used, okay, land and crops. Okay, so instead of subsistence farming, modern farmers can now sell surplus yield and crops for profit. Okay, however, we understand that modern technology consumes high amounts of capital. Okay, The systems of food productions that we have discussed so far have contributed much to the society's survival. Okay, so we have discussed just now how food production is very much important. Okay, as it is stated, it is mentioned by Abraham Maslow that food is the basic needs of the human being. However, okay, due to varieties of systems of food productions, we must bear in mind that these systems, okay, may have negative consequences, okay, for the environment. Okay, in securing one's livelihood on the face of this earth, okay, are we acting responsibly in managing our ecology? Okay, or are we blatantly contributing to the destructions of nature? Okay, so we want to discuss further how systems of productions affected our environment. Okay, so just now we have discussed about the industrializations whereby it involved commercial farming. Okay, commercial farming involves clearing a large areas of forests. Okay, forest land which will destroy the local ecology. Okay, animal husbandry, for example, poultry farm and pig farm. Okay, this causes pollution in the form of animal excrement. Okay, uncontrolled use of pesticides, okay, has contaminated many water sources and also endangering the lives and health of human consumers. Okay, and just now we have discussed about the practice of shifting cultivation. Okay, so we can see that shifting cultivation has been criticized actually because it threatens the biodiversity. Okay, that is the variety of flora and fauna in the jungle. Okay, because under normal conditions, this technique destroys forests, okay, areas and acres of pastures. Okay, but ever since the El Nino phenomenon struck the world, okay, so fire started for the purpose of shifting cultivations began to spread beyond control. Okay, so major cities in Southeast Asia have experienced major hazy conditions due to forest fires in Sarawak and Kalimantan. Okay, I hope you still remember about the serious problem that we faced before due to haze. Okay, the resulting droughts caused by El Nino, okay, causes many negative effects on the ecology. Okay, and many species of trees are becoming extinct. What about wild animals? Now they have no place to stay, right? They have been displaced from their habitat, and the increasing rate of soil erosion. Okay, and the other issues is about water pollution due to pesticides. Okay, and then fishes in the sea now are decreasing, okay, due to large scale of commercial fishing, and also the usage of genetically modified crops that may endanger the human health. Okay, so have you heard about genetically modified crops? Okay, maybe you are not aware that there are so many the types of vegetables and whatsoever that we consume today are based on these genetically modified crops. Okay, for example, soybean. Okay, it is so surprised. It is about 77% of soybean in this world actually is based on genetically modified crops. Okay, so genetically modified food is related to specific changes introduced into their DNA by genetic engineering techniques. Okay, so as a summary, okay, what we have discussed on this topic, first, okay, in the beginning just now, we identify that men use technology. Okay, and technology here is not only the tools, but technology here also refer to technical processes, okay, knowledge and tools in the context of social ecology to acquire and produce food that is needed to survive. Okay. And just now, we also have discussed about divisions of labor, okay, that ensures each and every member of societies knows and performs his assigned role. I hope you still remember when we discussed about the mechanical solidarity and also organic solidarity. Okay, so how from mechanical solidarity and now it moved towards the organic solidarity. Okay, and we have discussed as well about the levels of labor division, okay, which related to specialization by gender, by age, and by role. Okay, and we have discussed about the systems of production types. Okay, the first one, which is related to hunting and gathering. Okay, second, the horticulture. The third, pastoralism. Fourth, agriculture. And the last one, we have discussed about the industrialization. Okay. So throughout all the systems, okay, so we can see that although these system productions help us to acquire and produce the food that we need, okay, but when it is abused, it brings about negative impacts to the society. Okay, so we have discussed a lot about the environmental issues just now. Okay, so with that, I hope that, okay, you managed to understand what is the method in order to in the systems of productions in order to gather food, okay, in order to seek for food. Okay, hello learners, we meet again. Okay, so now let us continue to topic 6. Okay, topic 6 is about systems of exchange. Okay, so just now in topic 5 we have discussed about systems of productions. Okay, so I want you to see how from system of productions, okay, it related to systems of exchange. Okay, in systems of productions, it is about the means in order to get food. Okay, now we consider that, okay, society already managed to get the food. They already have the food. Okay, so now we are going to discuss about the exchange. Okay, so in this topic, the focus is to discuss about the systems of exchange and how society distributes its surplus to its members. Okay, so by the end of this tutorial, okay, you should be able to distinguish between economics and economic anthropology, and then you should be able to explain how limited resources are distributed in different societies, and you need to be able to describe the various systems of exchange found all over the world. Okay, first of all, let us do comparison, okay, between economics and also economic anthropology. Okay, okay, what is economic? Basically, economics study how production, distributions, and also consumption happen in the context of modern industrial society. Okay, but economic anthropology studies and compares systems of production, distributions, and consumption in industrial and also pre-industrial societies. So you can see the difference over here. Okay, economics focus on modern industrial society, but economic anthropology not only about the industrial society but also the pre-industrial societies. Okay, so you can see that these fields are highly similar to each other. Okay, and yet they are both fundamentally different. These differences stem from the divergent assumptions upon which both fields are founded. So there are many forms of distributions and exchange from the perspective of economic anthropology involve ritual and highly symbolic in nature. Okay, for example, okay, in previous tutorial, okay, just now I mentioned about the value of elephant during King Mongkut period. Okay. Okay, you can see that during the wedding ceremony, okay, for the Malay society, for example, okay, they have the symbolic exchange that can be seen, right, during the wedding ceremonies.